gives us to 12 if we have to check out today. That way I can get back there here in just a little while and take me a shower, because however, there is no common ground with these people. And it's done growing into such a mass. See, that's what some of these awareness creators don't understand is okay, I'm going to use the best example that everybody knows. When they stormed the Capitol, and people blame that on Trump, right? He got the biggest blame for that. When in reality, it wasn't his words that he said that caused that, right? He sat there and he asked people to not go to the Capitol and storm the Capitol and hurt anybody, right? But because it was people related to him, he got the blame for it. Carrie, this is as close as I'm getting to it, because this is something I know everybody understands. So he gets the blame for it. These awareness people don't understand that's the same thing that kind of happens to them. We're going to agree to disagree on that, because I'm not getting into politics. I'm using that because everybody knows that. That is just it's widely known that event that happened. But that's what happens with these awareness people. You may not be calling for some of these people to do some of the things that has happened. But you are the direct reason these things are happening. And everybody hollers, oh, Tim's got to take accountability. Tim's got to do this. But nobody takes any accountability for that. You know, we can agree to disagree and still be friends. That's the great thing about it. I'm just using it as an example. I'm not debating exactly what happened. Everybody knows what happens. Everybody, you know, from my side of it, that's the way I seen it. But we can't deny the fact that the people who did it was associated with him in some form or fashion. No matter if he called for it or he didn't call for it, they was associated with him, and they did what they did. And it's the same scenario that's going on in this app. These awareness people are not taking any accountability for their words. Right? The people who sent the letters to my work might not have been the people who host the awareness or ever get on an awareness chat. They might be a silent listener that considers herself, you know, hey, I'm doing what these people are saying we need to do. Because on that day, some people heard in their heads, we're going to storm this Capitol and we're going to take it by violence. And some people heard we're going to go to the Capitol and we're going to have a peaceful protest. And some people heard by any means necessary, and some people heard by the right channels, right? And that's just a comparison of what's going on here, because when I say, I've got 105 people watching right now. And I guarantee you 105 people just heard what I said differently. Half are going to hear exactly how I said it, and the other half are going to hear exactly exactly the opposite. Some are going to hear bits and pieces of it, and they're going to cherry pick from what I said to fit what they want to hear. So that's the best example I can give of that. The accountability of the awareness community is not there. Exactly, Jacqueline. If you're on a live, and I've heard this said, we have to stop them by any means necessary. I heard it come right out of one awareness leader's mouth. And then they get back on there like, well, what I meant was we've got to inform people the right way. We've got to, if someone's going to help them, we have to inform them not to. We got to show them their track record. We've got to do this. Okay, well, what people heard was by any means necessary. Wouldn't any means necessary be sending threatening letters to my job, and hotels were saying that? Could that not be seen as someone hearing by any means necessary and going, that's what they're talking about? Not really leaders, but it's like the leader in their community, per se. It's like they have different ones that all of them kind of look up to, and they're like, oh, this is a great person, and that's a great person. So they have those people that they all kind of look up to. And when I say leaders, that's kind of what I mean. So when you say something about any means necessary, come on now. If I say right now that, man, there's 10 cars over at that park, we have to go get those cars out of that park by any means necessary. That's my job, is to make sure those cars ain't there. And I tell somebody who's working for me, we got to go do this by any means necessary. And my means is thinking we just go over and we ask them, hey, can you move your car? Their means might be, let's call a tow truck and start getting people towed. But there's no accountability held for that. They want to pass it on to, they just want to say, oh, well, he's saying we sent those letters. And I'm saying someone in your community sent those letters. Someone who watches these streaming of me being live and them talking bad about me sent those letters. None. You're almost there with that. I can almost completely agree on this. This world is not good versus evil. This world is Jesus versus the devil. And the devil's winning it daily. And people can't see that. Because when you stand up for what you believe in, you're automatically a hypocrite. You're faking your Christianity to get more money off people. How do I keep moving forward? Well, I tell you what, the last few weeks I have found all of my strength in the Lord. I wake up every morning, and the first thing I do is I praise the Lord that I woke up. No matter how bad the day gets, I praise the Lord. Thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for giving me sight to see this beautiful world. These trees are beautiful. Thank you for giving me the ears to hear these beautiful birds singing in the tree. And I pray that He gives me the strength to overcome anything in front of me. I don't pray that, I don't sit here and pray, Lord, move the mountain. I pray, give me the strength to climb the mountain. That's how I get through all this now. Before, I was in a very negative place with all of this, and the only thing I had around me was negativity 24 hours a day. That was it. I woke up I go straight to my phone and I read it, and I start reading what all the awareness pages have said about me. And I was in a negative place from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep. Now, hey, I wholeheartedly do not hold a grudge against the awareness people. I'm just asking y'all people, get another job, leave me alone. Let me work. I've heard some of them say that. Hey, he's got to work. That's the goal. We want him to work. Preach that to the people who are listening to you. Hold that accountability. Hold that accountability. Y'all want me to hold the accountability that I owe people money? Yeah, 100% am. Hold your accountability that your words have caused hardship for not just me, other people. Not everybody who asks for help is a piece of crap. Y'all gotta stop treating everybody like they are. I've never not once said I didn't handle the situation right with paying these people back. I've owned that from the get-go. I handled it wrong. I admitted it. I blocked the person that didn't handle the situation right. Said it from the get-go. I haven't been on my feet long enough or good enough to start paying anybody back. And when I was, the by any means necessary crowd cost me that. In the time that I was working, I was able to put tags on the car, 2 new tires, pay for my hotel room, pay my phone bill, and start sending money back to those 2 women. Since this any means necessary group has cost me my job, I don't know if I'm going to have a place to lay my head from night to night. I have to ask for help daily. I don't want to be on here asking anybody for any help. I would have much rather gotten up, made my phone calls, had a cup of coffee, woke Angela up, spent a little time with her, ate a little breakfast, and if we had to leave the room, we check out and we leave. So I don't think I can say anything else on the subject that I just said. So I don't know if we're going to get to 12 on the room. Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Space Cadet. You know, that's just... Hey, Deborah. I seen you all go, then all that craziness happened. It was just... We're back on private, so the craziness cannot happen again. So... She is in the room, which she's trying to see if we can get to 12 o'clock before we have to check out. If not, I'll have to go get her here in a few minutes. I try to go away from where we're staying so nobody can figure out where we're staying. And I'm sitting at a ball field in a park and everything, so nobody can accuse me of using the hotel's Wi-Fi for illegal activities. So I try to do that to kind of keep things separated a little bit. So, yeah. That's what's going on today. I don't know if I need to, I'll know here in just a few minutes if I have to go ahead and go pick her up. We do not have the room for the night, Deborah. That's why I was on here, was trying to get some help for the room today. As of right now, we do not have it. So, but we're going to get through the day no matter what. We're blessed to be alive another day. You know, I have nothing towards it today, Deborah. The room's $70, and that's exactly how much I'm short. Barbara, some of the churches do have food pantries. They do. Food-wise, we're okay. I praise the Lord that, for that, because we're not having to come up with something to eat and try to come up with a room and, all the scenario. So we're blessed that we do have EBT and we can get food with that. So, but a lot of the churches around here, they also have food pantries and stuff, and they will help you with food. I mean, I've never seen them turn anybody away that needed help with food. Thank you, Deborah. I definitely appreciate. Prayers are always accepted and wanted. Always. It's just, it was a bad chain of events. Lost the job I didn't think I'd ever lose. Staying with my dad, that went really bad, and ended up here. I worked in factories most of my life. Here recently, I've been trying to shift more to retail. That's what I was doing. I was working at Harbor Freight not long ago. Me and my dad had a falling out. It was just, it's not, we've recently started back talking, and it's only been 2 short phone calls. Hey, Mary Jane. Deborah, that would be appreciated so much, because checkout technically is at 11. Sometimes they give us to 12. If you're willing to help like that, that would definitely be appreciated. Because right now I've been on for not a couple hours. I've been on, well, it says 21 minutes on this one, but the other one was for about an hour or so. And Sarah, I'm trying to. Okay, Deborah, I appreciate that. I'm trying to, guys. We somewhat had it fixed. And things happen, and now it's short phone calls, but short phone calls are better than nothing. And it really started weighing on me the closer I got till today. I hate that. I hate that, Mary Jane. My ears itching. Somebody must be talking about me. Yeah, Carrie, it's definitely a sore spot, and I think it's hitting me a lot of really really extra hard today. I think everything's hitting me kind of extra hard today. Today's not a good day for me. The whole month of October, I wished I could sleep through it. You're right about that, Mary Jane. That's all you can really do is pray on it. Um, I think one of the things is kind of, I'm trying to talk and not get too much into stuff, and my mom's buried in Kenton, Tennessee. Just a little ways out of the way, and I don't 100% trust the car to go that far out, and I don't have the gas to get there anyway. I've only missed going to her grave twice. This will be the third time. Since 1993. And I'm not asking anybody for gas money. If I had the gas money, I don't trust driving the car that far out to go. So that's my scenario today. And then about the time we get past the first and the first stops stinging, then it's another death date for someone that should still be here. And then don't even get past that one, and then it's another death date of my uncle who passed. My uncle was such a great guy. Oh my goodness, he was such a great guy. I've said this a few times. When my mom passed, my dad worked. He worked second shift. My aunt and uncle lived right behind us. We lived out in the country. They lived right behind us. Like our house up by the road, then down in the middle of the field was their house. Without hesitation, my aunt and uncle stepped in and was like, "Yep, we got you." I tell you, it's the pain of that stuff never goes away, guys. I wish I could sit here and tell y'all that the pain gets better, but it doesn't. You just learn how to live with it because it's always there. I'm sitting here right now, 32 years since my mom, and it hurts like it just happened. So, but thankful for the years I had with them all. Only had 13 with my mom. Almost 14. I was almost 14. to do, Gigi. You just learn to accept it, and you learn how to. It does, TNT Mom. I can understand that feeling completely. You learn how to accept it. You learn how to live without it. Oh, Mary Jane, I sit there and watch the glue of my family pass away, and now they don't get together like they used to. They don't, just like they don't even, you know. It's I tell you, I honestly hope who said that. I hope one day that whatever evil's in them that would make them say such a thing leaves their heart and they find true happiness, not this blinding happiness that so many of us have in this world that we think we're happy. We think we have the cars, the houses, the money, the clothes, new phones, all the gadgets, and we're happy. I hope that's not the happiness I hope they find. I hope whatever evil, darkness, demon, whatever it is that's in that person's heart, to make them say something like that when they're seeing someone sitting on here breaking down and missing their mother. I hope and pray for that person that they find the Lord and He gives them true peace and happiness in their heart, and He gets that spirit out of their heart that made them think they had to say that. Y'all give me just a second. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, guys, let's talk about anything else. We'll be okay. Hey, Silver Foxy. I just had to step back, pray for a minute, get myself composed again. So, yeah, I'm about to get off here in probably the next 10-15 minutes, I guess. And I don't know if we have 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock to pay for the room. Anyway, if it's 11 o'clock, she can stay there until I get there. And at some point, I gotta clean this car out, man. Just accumulate so much stuff. We didn't carry a whole lot in last night when we got to the room. We just carried in our fan and I messaged her a while ago. And she says she hasn't seen anybody up there. Oh. Whew. Usually they done come and knocked on the door. And asked if we're staying or checking out. She's trying to find out now. If we can get to 12. And then we'll go from there. So, I understand the philosophy last night that she was wanting to get a room because she was hurt sitting in these seats and everything, but I think we should have got it for today instead of last night. I think we'll be in the high 80s again today, but if I could go back in the past and change something, that wouldn't be what I changed. If anybody would be willing to help us out, I'd appreciate it a lot, guys. Who that is creeping up? If you didn't go through the bad, you wouldn't appreciate the good. That's what I was always told growing up. You know, you see that with kids these days. Spoiled kids who have everything handed to them, and then they look up one day and they're spoiled adults, and when something goes bad, they implode. But it is what it is. Yeah, we definitely ready for some good times over here, I'll tell you that. We've had some good times. We just had more bad times than good times. Good times to come. I honestly feel in my heart. So no worries, potato woman. Throw a prayer our way if that's you believe in prayer, which I think we all should. I know some people don't, but definitely appreciate those. I don't know how we're going to get through our situation, but he does. He's already seen it. So this stage thing they got on here, and I just got really distracted by it. Hey Donna, how are you doing? Am I that boring, Amber? Okay, we have till 12 o'clock to ever pay for the room or check out. Donna, just going through our, unfortunately, it seems like every day. Day's a little bit worse on me. I agree with you, Donna. Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes what you're praying for, the answer is no, and you just got to accept that and move on. And I've learned that lately. I have nothing at all on it, Kim. You know, so it's 70 and I have nothing towards it at this point. So that is correct. I mean, I'd probably be, well, it's so early. I usually work the night shift. I'd be getting ready to go into work. Later just left me alone. And that's all I'm asking is just please leave me alone long enough. I get another job, leave me alone so I can work. But when I say this, I'm not saying all awareness. I'm saying some awareness can't afford that to happen. because they make money off of me and other people. They get on here and they get gifts. And I was like, oh, I'll recycle my gifts. Well, if you send them to this person, send them to that person, you send them around a little bit. And then by the time you're at the end of it, it's on a burner account and you're cashing them out. And then, dividing everything up amongst the group, you're making money off people. I didn't work out yesterday. I did the day before. What's today? Wednesday. I worked out Monday. It was quite a few people in the gym, so I didn't do any kind of recording. When it's kind of empty, you can record, but when it's busy, they don't want you to pull your phone out and record a bunch of stuff. So, thank you for that. I want to do more content like that on this journey. So, sorry, I just kind of got stared off into the distance there, and I don't know what I was staring at. I was just looking at that tree and just tripped it off in my mind, I guess. I think you can get paid if you get monetized and get enough views and stuff like that. But it takes a lot of views. I'm not sure how many. Um, I've made money off one video. Right after we got the car, me sitting in the car, it's like, hey, we got some good news. I'm wanting to get everything lined out, and it was just a little update video, and it caught fire, and I made some money off of that. Have not been able to replicate that at all. Maddie, we're here, I guess. Well, the wife's at the hotel room. We was able to get a room about 7 o'clock last night. I don't think we're going to keep it today, though, so we'll be going to pick her up here in a few minutes. So, we have not got the room covered for today. She's at it now, but we'll have to be checking out by 12. I have to check out or pay by 12. It's 70, and I have nothing towards it. Yeah, so. Yeah, kind of hoping for a miracle, but we never know. It may happen. I don't know. If it doesn't happen, it's just we're back in the car. So. So, but any help towards it would be appreciated. But if we don't get it, so we'll just be back in the car, guys. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate that. So, we are from the state of Tennessee. It's huge. They must be trying to look at me. Some parts of the state's really beautiful. We've got some. Reelfoot up here used to be really beautiful. I don't know what's happened with Reelfoot lately. It's just, it's not like it used to be. You get towards East Tennessee and everything, it is the mountains, Gatlinburg, Chattanooga, some beautiful country that way. And we used to go to Gatlinburg when I was a teenager. We used to go there a lot with the church. Oh, that's awesome. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see the swamps of Louisiana and stuff. Okay, Mary Jane. Yeah. I don't remember when Gatlinburg had the big fire up there. I remember them having one, but I don't remember exactly when. Oh, no need to apologize. Welcome back. Yeah, the Carolinas are beautiful too. I was fortunate enough when I was younger, I did get to do a lot of traveling. Did who get hit with a hurricane? We didn't. We're on the other end of the state. I think some parts of Tennessee did get hit with it. I don't remember exactly um, everywhere it got hit with it. Yeah, it's. I've seen pictures where it's like a year later and it's horrible. Like in Asheville, is that Tennessee or is that the Carolinas? I was thinking it was Carolina, but I wasn't 100% sure. Hello. I have to click on your picture to see a name. Couldn't live in the areas where, well, I'd say that when I live in the area where tornadoes have come through this town so many times and tore stuff up. I was about to say I couldn't live in an area where a hurricane hits, but it's really no difference between. I mean, it's a big difference, but you get what I say. But you know what I mean about natural disaster. Um, Man, I can imagine that is tough. It's like we've had a lot of tornadoes come through and tear up several homes, knock down trees. We had one come through. I don't remember the year. It went through Millsfield and unalived a bunch of people. So it's we get the tornadoes here. So hey, Deborah. Well, TNT Mom, we are all definitely going to pray for you. Deborah, I've had no luck at all. The only luck I've had is they did officially give us till 12 o'clock, but I don't have any time after that. As far as like actual anything going towards it, though, I haven't had any luck at all. Yeah, I just gotta. I would like the time frame to get there and everything with it. If I get it, if I don't, I just have to go get her. And we didn't carry much in last night. A fan and an air fryer. Fry Malone. That's what I'm calling my air fryer now, guys. He's Fry Malone. I think it's funny. I'm gonna draw a bunch of tattoos all over him, all over his little face. TNT Mom, that's what I agree with you on that. That's if we lose the room, at least we have the car to sleep in. That's been the case a few times. Um, so you know, count your blessings with what you have. You know, um, some people don't have that. You know, they're sleeping wherever and whenever they can. Single mama. I'm not for sure if I'm trying to get. I had an old DoorDash account. Let me just tell the story. I had an old DoorDash account. I went back in to see if it was still active. I clicked on it, had to send in an email. Um, and I'm trying to find out now if it's active or if I need a new one. And I only have one email, so everything's linked to one email. I'd have to make a new email, which wouldn't be a big deal. But if I can get into the other one, I'm gonna use that. Uber Eats is not a big thing in this area. We might have maybe 5 restaurants on Uber Eats here, unless it's grown a lot since the last time I looked at it. Oh, my bag popped when I set up. So, but and it could have grown some. I don't know. I haven't looked in a few weeks. I don't think it's gonna sprout that big that fast. But I guess one of the other blessings is today that if we have to check out the hotel room, we got put on the first floor today, so and I don't have to carry a whole lot back and forth. Hey, oh well, how are you doing? I got to end this live really fast. I will be back, explain everything in a little bit.
Do y'all think she was begging on the back end? Oh, you know what? You're probably right. She's probably having, yeah. I didn't think about that. He didn't end. Yeah, you're right. He didn't end on purpose. He wants to see her. Oh, my bad. He did. Huh. What do you know? Now they're going to come back and say that she had one. What do you know? Now they're going to come back and say that she had one. Okay, I'm getting out of the box. I'm echoing. Bye, guys.